looks like. So we will most likely be able to come out and use these guys up here. So I don't know how he's going to do for the year, but he's growing in, so we'll see how that goes. I got a couple sundew here that are growing up. This one actually looks like he's going to do something, so let's get this leaf out of here. Got another one here, some dying on the bottom. This is where I lost one of them there. Looks like you got a wasp here that's going to come out and be friendly with me. They like the dirt because it always stays wet, and that way they can come and take a drink without getting that close to drowning, I guess. That is, I brought that one in. I gave it some cheese to see if it would possibly take some time and catch some of the ants that we had in there, which it did very well out of there, and still consuming the cheese, getting the nitrogen up out of there. Hey, get off of me. Don't want to get stung today. Even though it's about to happen here. Got some more sundew up here. Yeah, these hornets have been doing really good about staying away from the sundew, which is regrettable, but it is whatever. But yeah, they're starting to kick back. I lost the one, I know, but the rest of them are starting to kick back, which is good. My little ones here are doing fairly well again. I might have to give them a quick spray. Looks like we got them flowering again, so that'll be cool. Maybe we'll get some babies out of this one. I'll see what I can do to plant it. Looks like they're all flowering just about. So I got some more over here as well, so that'll be kind of neat. That trap was closed, just opened back up. It's like if we look down here, we've got an unfortunate ant that got caught in the trap again. They've been doing that on and off. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like a queen or whatever the hell it is, but yeah, they've been doing that on and off, just getting caught in there, and they climb out and their abdomens get caught in and they can't do anything. This guy here, I don't know if he's going to make it or not. He looks like he's trying, but I don't know. I got another sundew here. I'm still really surprised I'm not seeing any of these guys flower, but such is life. Oh, there went my scarecrow. My Mario Brothers scarecrow. And another little here is doing okay. He just got a meal. It just popped back open, so he's fed for a little while. Hey, back up here. We can share the area. Another butterwort that's doing really, really well. It's popping up in the middle. I'm kind of excited for that. I'm kind of excited to share some of those out there with the world. Now that I've got the PayPal too, we can go ahead and get some of these sold out. I got to figure out how I'm going to do that and when I'm going to do that, because I've got, as you all know, I've got so much free time right now. But oh, there you go. Get a drink. Bring it back to your little hive. Whatever. Darkening off and not really doing so well. That one, I think, might be done. I'm trying to figure out whether or not to keep that one going or just call it a day. The flower stalk on this guy died out, so I'm going to cut that off and see if I can save the rest of the plant without it, because it does take a lot of energy for them to flower up. Little butterworts that are going again. Little ones just growing out here. These guys are going to be huge. They're going to multiply again, I bet you. This one may or may not be done. I'm going to... It's doing fairly well. I'll have to weed. I don't know how I'm getting so many weeds in this. Just look the other way like you guys could see me. I could imagine the stuff behind me actually doing fairly well with the weeds, but this is nutrient poor soil. I can't figure out why it's weeding up like this, but it is. That guy was on the brink of death and I brought him back. This one's still going to try and flower, so I'll be watching that one here. That one is going to flower. Look at how big that one is. That's going to pop probably the next time we look at this. That one's going to pop flowers. So, and if it does pop flowers before then, I will cut in and do a special garden update just to show you that, because they look awesome. We've got some other ones over here that are doing well, living, trying to live. Over here we've got more big flower crap, so I'm going to keep that one going for a little while, see if I can save it. This one, just a baby one, but I'm going to see if it'll keep going here. The sundews are doing well. Still not flowering though. I'm a little surprised by that. These fly traps, however, are just flower, flower, flower. But they've got some pretty good sized meals in there too, so they've got plenty of energy to burn. And it looks like, oh, we've got a split. So I've got a new baby one right there. So we'll have to split that guy off and get it in a new pot. Well, we got a new one. Another dead flower stalk, so we'll get that one cut and off. Which is lame. But we lost one. This one is doing fairly well, fairly new plant from last year. More big flower stalks over here. That's one of them that the bird dug up, so we'll have to get some more medium in there for him. But for the most part, the rest of them seem like they're doing good. This is on the fence. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. I really don't. That is another ant that got caught in. That one's actually released. So to the end with you. And lastly, we've got another one with a dead flower stalk. So we'll cut that one off and we'll just use that as a regular flycatcher up here. Looking at the rest of this last night, and it was delicious, but he's already starting to grow up some more, and I'm pretty pumped about that. This garlic clove, I'm actually going to have to see if I'll trim these guys up and put them in my onions tomorrow, or my eggs tomorrow morning. This guy snipped too because he was just getting huge, growing everywhere, and nothing else coming out of this. I stopped digging them out to snip them. I just snipped off the green part on them. Left them growing to see what they do. Looks like, I almost think this one's going to grow full-sized onions. So look at the babies here. I don't think I've got any. I looked like I had a couple that were popping babies out of there, so I'm pretty excited for that. Because then we'll get more Cape Sundew in here and maybe even get a few sold. That hornet's still digging. Still looking for raw water. Alright, coming over here to the food plot, which is doing incredibly, by the way. I got beans. This guy is starting to fall over. They didn't need a trellis, but I'm starting to question that here. But it's mostly on the replanted ones. But they're starting to flower, which means they'll be kicking off beans here pretty soon. Oops, put my finger over the lens. That's always helpful. Yeah, so I'll be getting food out of those pretty soon. Look at those. Amazing. My romaine is growing, but it's not growing regular romaine, so I will see what it is I have to do about that. I'm going to have to research that to see, but to replant it, it's growing pretty well. Growing weeds too. Bye-bye. My chive grass is growing weeds, so we'll have to get that weeded out again, but I'm fairly excited for that. Looks like that's just about almost to maturity at this point, I would think. So we'll see what's going on there. This, I don't know what's peppers and what is not on this, and that has been part of the struggle with me starting out in this garden. I don't know what is pepper and what is weed. I'm pretty sure that these big ones here are weeds, but until they start growing, until I start getting some out here, I'm not sure. I think this one is just growing weeds at this point. I don't think it's actually growing any food, which is lame. I'll have to sit and research what these peppers are supposed to look like when they get mature. Same with this one here. I never really got any plant out of it. Now, of course, to look at my garden sage here, my garden sage is getting huge. I actually have to get a real live planter and repot that because it looks like it's going to need it here at some point here in the near future. My rosemary is growing huge. I can probably start pulling leaves off that and using it in cooking. My poblano is starting to tip under his own weight, so I do hope that one does okay, but it looks like we're starting to get some, maybe some plant sprouts out of it, where I'll actually get some peppers, which is cool. I like that. The other garden chives didn't grow nearly as well as the other one, but we'll weed that out because we don't need any of those weeds. That does make me think that that one over there, that big one over there, weeds, so we could probably get that one pulled because it looks the same as what was in these. This one is pickle cucumbers, which don't seem to be going anywhere, so I'll be watching that as we go along here. This one is another pepper one that's just weeds at this point. My carrots, however, are doing fairly well. They're popping up, sprouting up, so we'll be getting some carrots out of that. I'm pretty excited for that. My bunching onions are going crazy. So we'll have onions this year too, plus what I have from store-bought that keeps growing and growing and growing. I'm pretty excited for that. There's another one, that is more cucumbers. So we'll see what pops up out of there and how much we get out of that. I planted those late, so I don't know if I'll get those this year or not, which is lame, but it'll teach me how to grow anyway. I just did some celery here, and I replanted that, and that's already starting to regrow. I'm going to have to get some more dirt in there for it, but it's already starting to regrow, so we'll have another stalk of celery out of there. I'm pretty excited for that. And in this one, I did another thing of romaine, but because I didn't have any dirt left, I made it share with another stalk of broccoli. I'm going to see if that broccoli will grow again, too. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll see. But the romaine sure as hell is starting to get ready to come up. So we'll have some more romaine. That's pretty exciting. My jalapeno plant is starting to throw some sprouts off there as well, so we'll get some jalapenos off of that. My parsley, I'm actually going to have to use some of that because good God, is that ever growing. And this one is, I don't remember what this one is. Let's have a look. I got so excited about planting, I didn't even think to remember what everything, oh yeah, my habanero plant. So I'll get habaneros this year too. Maybe we'll get some mangoes from the store, get some mango habanero salsa. That I am pretty positive is a weed, so we'll go ahead and get that pulled. I believe that is peppers otherwise, so we'll probably get some more peppers from seed out of that. This as well is peppers, so we'll probably get something out of that. Another bean plant here that's starting to throw flowers off. And another one here that's starting to throw flowers off, but the weeds are getting in there as well. So, and then my onion. Oh, that's another bean plant. Where the hell did my onion go? There is an onion in here somewhere, and I don't know where it went. But we'll figure that out and get him taken care of and get him out of here because it might be that time. But other than that, yeah, that's my garden here, guys. So we're going to keep going on this, see what we can do. I'll have some parsley with my dinner tonight. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight, but we'll have some parsley with it for sure and get some of the rest of this stuff grown up. And I don't know, maybe if you know me or you're close enough, maybe you can get some stuff out of this. But it's pretty exciting for me to actually get out here and start growing some of my own stuff here. Maybe the next time we'll do livestock. Who knows? We may have to get into it at some point because of what they did to the supply chain for us. But that may be a bigger undertaking than I can do currently. But other than that, that is my garden. So thanks everybody who came in and checked us out. And we will be back here tomorrow with more contemporary.